Now, I know that some people say the EU does not make us more secure because it does not allow us to control our border. But that is not true. The police will soon be able to check DNA records for EU nationals in just 15 minutes. Under the old system, it took 143 days. Last year, the French used information exchanged through the Prüm Agreement to locate one of the suspected perpetrators of the November attacks in Paris. These are practical measures that promote effective cooperation between different European law enforcement organisations, and if we were not part of them, Britain would be less safe. But they do not mean we cannot control the border. The fact that we are not part of Schengen, the group of countries without border checks, means we have avoided the worst of the migration crisis that has hit continental Europe over the last year. It means we can conduct checks on people travelling to Britain from elsewhere in Europe. And subject to certain rules and the availability of information, it means we can block entry for serious criminals and terrorists. Now, I've heard some people say, especially after the terrorist attacks in Brussels last month, that the very existence of extremists and terrorists in Belgium, France, and other EU member states is reason enough to leave. But our response to Paris and Brussels cannot be to say that we should have less cooperation with countries that are not only our allies, but our nearest neighbours. And anyway, leaving the EU would not mean we could just close ourselves off to the world. The 9/11 attacks on New York were planned in Afghanistan. The 7/7 attackers trained in Pakistan. And most of the international terrorism casework that crosses my desk involves countries beyond Europe's borders. So my judgment as Home Secretary is that remaining a member of the European Union means we will be more secure from crime and terrorism.